Hello there, Dan the Weatherman here, and there's been a lot going on weather-wise further north of New Zealand. This, of course, is Tropical Cyclone Harold, now tracking just to the south and southeast of Tonga. This thing really wound itself up to a Category 5. Some interesting things that went on too. It moved at a snail's pace as it tracked past Vanuatu. Moved past Fiji yesterday, Category 4. But then if you notice, it's got the big spider appearance. See how there's a sharp edge there just at the end, and it gets ragged as some drier air starts to come in. But in the higher levels of the atmosphere, it's increasing westerlies, increasing shear or stronger wind. That starts to, what you would think, weaken the storm. But as it does, think of that like putting another chimney stack at the top of the storm. Very warm seas allowed the cloud to bubble up and just bubble up a bit more, and you've got an extra chimney at the top, and all of a sudden it intensified to the Category 5 in the last 12 to 24 hours. Tracking south-southeast of Tonga, now moving into the cooler seas, it will eventually weaken, but it's been quite a storm system, of course. 150 km/h gust to the airport there in Tonga. Of course, all the widespread winds, persistent rain, torrential rain, same thing as well. All of this goes away as it tracks south and east. No risk for us here in New Zealand. The wider shot showing it there, you can just see that back edge. Whenever you get a back edge, that's really good outflow, or the chimney, that's where the stronger westerlies. And I've put in these lines, those are showing the mid-level steering winds, and that right away shows you what is pushing it. That is pushing it away. But those two forces, a bit like when you're trying to almost lean down a hill in a strong gale, you can't fall down because the wind is against you. That's what, of course, then helped the storm to just get over the edge and be the Cat 5. But it will weaken and move away. There's the upper level steering wind flow. And you see this bend here. This is what we call an upper level trough. There's the leading edge with the front that has been moving across New Zealand. The yellow, infrared satellite, more active cloud. When it gets red, it's really tall, very active. That's our system there. And then you just notice a few little bits of cloud. Flatter, stable cloud, this stuff that's like that teal color there. There's an upper level ridge. So quieter weather is coming in, but in this squeeze here, you've tightened up the isobars, you've got some colder air aloft. That's bubbling up some showers into the south and west of the country. Those will ease away. And all this contrast to temperature, that gives rise to some wind as well. So it's a blustery southwest day. Showers for places like Auckland, west coast of the North Island, and even a few too from, let's say, Taranaki, Wellington. Those will tend to clear away through the day. A few with another weakish trough clicking by the far south. Notice the east of the South Island. In that flow, you're sheltered. You're otherwise fine and dry. To the interior of the far south, same thing as well. High pressure waiting to the west. That's going to build in. We'll open up the accordion squeeze of isobars, and then as we do, that means the winds do ease back. They'll ease back tomorrow. Pretty good looking run into the first part of the Easter weekend. Friday, a few leftover showers to the far north, maybe the east coast. See how the isobars have opened up? That means quiet weather. A pretty good looking Friday. There will of course be some cooler air. We've seen the snow level drop down to 1,000 meters to the far south, but some frosts into the far south as well. Even further north, you might just grab an extra layer for that bubble walk as you step outside on Friday. Here's the day today. So no problems, of course. It is blustery. There are some showers. You'll see the showers flicking through Northland, Auckland, Taranaki towards Wellington, more the first part of the day. Then the main upper trough goes away. East of the North Island too, you'll see them clear away. Further south, they're flicking in for the likes of Invercargill. They'll go away to most spots here for the end of the day. Odd one or two up the west coast. Blustery to the west, lots of sunshine from central and eastern parts of the South Island. Get into Friday, it looks pretty good. It's going to be a chilly start down south. There'll be some low single figures to the interior. Through the day, it's fine with some sunshine. Odd little shower there to Gisborne and the far north. But Friday overall is a good looking day. That sets the scene for what is the beginnings of the long weekend. We're fine through Saturday. Then you say, whoa, but we better get the Easter Bunny out pretty early on Sunday morning, because Sunday starts to change. We drag something from the Southern Ocean. It winds up as a pretty active looking low. There'll be a front there, strengthening nor'westers. This is Sunday, probably about lunchtime, early afternoon. So you can already see some wet weather moving into the west coast. That's the strengthening nor'wester through the day to the east of the South Island. Rain west coast and far south. You eventually see some rain later on Sunday into the west of the North Island. So tell the Easter Bunny, get out there early. Let's have the Easter egg hunts, because that will change, and Monday will be a wet and a windy day. That's how it's looking for now. Bye for now.